Nobody tells you that the comeback actually takes a whole year just to rebuild yourself, just to reimagine your own identity before you even have the language to describe to other people, okay, this is the new me, this is what I do now, this is what I find myself in a position of power to actually be able to speak about. Heads used to spin just watching you coming in because everybody understood, oh, she's here and girlfriend is power. And then you had the year that you had that completely flatlined you, and it took everything that you thought was you, including your title. In this video, I am going to help you understand why bouncing back isn't even the right language that you need to be thinking, right? And how to begin reconstructing yourself outside of the title in a way that's really whole. I'm going to give you one sentence that helps you answer that question when people ask you about yourself, and also for your own self. How do you reclaim every single part of yourself when you are speaking at work, when you are pitching your ideas in a way that feels true to where you are right now, and not rehashing some dead carcass that you're like, oh, but I used to be such and such. Look at this card piece. Isn't she amazing? Because girl, you're not that anymore. We have to make peace with where you are now and how you build forward based on who you are today. The comeback myth measures you against a woman who doesn't even exist. And you keep wanting to go back to this person that is no longer there. It's like you're knocking on the door and there's just nobody home. I had a bangers and mash year, as I like to say, in 2023. So much life came to fruition. It truly felt like my year of harvest. Not only did my book, hello, she's right here, this gorgeous beauty, Innards, my book came out that year. And I had a human baby also come. I birthed 2 babies in 1 year. And I was like, listen, I have been waiting for both of these moments pretty much my whole life. I feel like I got this. And let me tell you, when I tell you I was in my power, there is nothing like a new mom with a baby in hand who is signing books. I was literally on the stage in Hong Kong halfway after having breastfed my newborn. I'm on stage giving a keynote, and I bodied the keynote, okay? The result and the feedback that I got afterwards from the students were like, we cannot believe that she understands what we're going through so much and is able to speak to our experience and make it actionable. It was such a joy, and it was also teaching in ways that you don't expect, because there's some things that some of the young women understood and were learning in real time about seeing me with this baby in hand as I'm breastfeeding this baby, and as my husband is playing the support in that role. And it was a really beautiful moment, but it was also a year that felt like before I entered any room, there were trumpets announcing, da, 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 and here she is, Her Majesty, the woman who can do all the things. Oh my God, 2023 had me feeling like, yeah, this is my life. This is like, okay, this is the Netflix special that I want to shoot. I'm so amazing, like all of the things. Please don't ask me, please. Please do not ask me what happened the next year, because 2024 literally had me on the bathroom floor, completely forgot that woman, whoever she was, how powerful she was, and made me feel like the bounce back just had a runway that went into the sunset and just kept going and going and going. I tried the entirety of 2025 to bounce back, but the whole year, it just felt like there is no bouncing back. I'm just in this thing that is every single day questioning, how am I going to make this work? That rebuilding, it takes more than you plan. And sometimes we think that we can just work a little bit harder. Sometimes we think that we can sprint a little bit more. But actually what you need is to change the conditions completely. You need to take yourself, if you can, completely out of the limiting condition that you are right now that feels like, oh, I am in the bounce back. I am in this phase where I'm trying to figure it out, but it feels so difficult to figure it out. Girl, it was the bathroom, on your knees, pray to all the ancestors, bring out your God, because I was so humbled. I was so humbled. It was so difficult for me at that moment to get the most basic things done. We're trading hours, and we're also trading concentration, and we're also trading like who's the most awake and whose brain is most alive right now because of how much childcare just takes out of your body in order to do a little bit of work. By the time I was done with childcare and it was my block to work, I was so fried. I would spend maybe the first 45 minutes like this. Like this, just praying somebody would just come and rescue me. So what do? It was like, no, we're not just gonna move zip codes because that's not gonna solve this deep structural issue. We're going to move countries to be able to solve this at a deep level. If the life that you have right now cannot make room for you to rebuild and bounce back, you don't need more grit. You do not need more grit. You do not need more hustle. You actually need to change the very ground underneath your feet. Here's exactly what those 2 years taught me, 2023 and 2024 back to back. This idea of bouncing back, it is a lie, it is a myth, it is and you can fill in all of the blanks, okay? Because there's nothing to bounce back to. There's no like, oh, now I get to like, no. That old version of you, that is somebody who is completely different, and it's somebody who is in service of the person you are becoming today. Who I was in 2023, like the bad, right? Like the bad. And who I was in 2024, the woman who was down so bad, she had to get down on her knees in the bathroom, not only cry privately, but also like ask in prayer, I need something that is so drastically different, and I don't even know what that looks like. I can't even see it or imagine it. Both of those realities were both me. They were both inside of me, but I couldn't go back to those versions of me. What I could do is think about next. How do I put my next foot in front of me, and how do I make this thing work for what has to come next? And honestly, this is exactly why I coach around speaking and public speaking and thinking about public speaking beyond just what you do when you are on that stage. Because one of the things I can promise you is that the rebuild does not happen when you have it all figured out. It doesn't happen when the business is now back up and running. It happens the moment you have language that's strong enough to talk with confidence about this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I offer. And to stand in that, in your power. What I needed more than anything else in that year of so-called bouncing back, I really needed to find my voice again. I really needed to be that person who understood exactly how to communicate my purpose to people in a way that they not only feel what it is that I am about, but they're also excited about, oh, this is what we get to do about this thing that you are passionate about, right? Are you following me? Because this is so important. For you to be able to resurrect yourself completely into this version that is next, you need to think critically about the language that you are using and your voice and how you marry those two things to articulate what comes next, even as it's coming next in real time. Let me tell you something. I have somebody who is a client who I advised, and one of the things that we were talking about is how does she come back into the world, right? After she was gagged from her own organization. And the people who were part of her audience were so excited to hear back from her. In fact, they told her that because of what's happening right now in the world, we need to hear from you more than ever. But she was still stuck in her version of 2024, right? And then she got through some of like the gnarliest parts of that 2024. And she was like, but I still don't, like, how do I talk to them? How how do I come back? How do I come back as my full and actualized self that's not interested in going back at all, and that's not also interested in like litigating and apologizing for what came before? Instead, I want to stand in the ground in the truth of what I have spent that 2024, the year that put you flat on your ass. She wanted to spend time on like, here's the fruits of that labor. Here's what I've learned that's amazing. But you need to be able to bring your audience along. That's part of the work that we did, was helping her understand like, yeah, you're here, but they're still stuck over there. They're either hanging out in 2023 when you were a boss babe and like you were doing all of the things and oh my God, you've got a book coming out and a baby, right? They're either still in that point, which is not completely where you are anymore, or they met you at this point and have been hanging on to this point when you were at your lowest. Maybe they got like some sneak peek of what was happening as you were being gagged. And I said to her, like, it can't be whiplash of just back in the seat and like now we just get to talk about exactly where we are, and leaving those people like back there on the highway screaming and being like, hello, what happened? We actually have to bring them to date through not just language, but through deep, structural, clear, not just storytelling, but also some strategy of how are we going to bring these people along so they see you and they're excited for the vision that you have right now. Instead of asking yourself, oh my God, when am I going to go back to normal? I have a sentence that I'm going to ask, actually 2 sentences, that I need you to fill in the blank, okay? Are you ready? Do you have a pen? Got the pen now? Where's the paper? You're gonna need the paper too. Okay, got the paper? Okay, cool. I'm not going back to fill in the blank. And then in the next sentence, I want you to answer this. I'm building, fill in the blank. That first sentence, that's about the grief, who you used to be, who you wish you could still be, right? The power that you recognize in that old version of yourself who was so like had it all together. And that second sentence, that's the truth of where you are today, right now. And I need you to hold on to that second sentence as well as make space for the grief so that tomorrow morning when you wake up, you know exactly not only how to hit the ground running, here's exactly what I'm building, but I need you to have the language and the voice to be able to make what you are building legible for all of us. So when you are speaking, people lean in a little bit closer. People are curious about what it is that you're building. They're excited and they're like, oh, this new version of you, let me find out this new version of you is so yummy and exciting. And girl, I want to work with this new version of you. Like, how can we do this thing together? Because what you're describing is exactly what I need right now. If this was useful to you, please hit that subscribe button. Drop me a comment right now and let me know what is your year that completely flatlined you. What is your equivalent of my 2024? And you don't have to share details. All I'm asking is drop the 4 digits of that year that completely flatlined you. For me, in comments, it would be 2.0.2.4 because, oh my God, okay? Don't forget to hit subscribe. I am Mahogodi. It's so lovely to be here with you.